Making the fave video with Kanye was absolutely amazing. It taught me how to trust because I grew up having a lot of trust issues. Balls on the foot, and I had all this coconut oil, so it was kind of sticking to me, and I was just looking down like, these damn sheep. I was looking at Kanye like, I'm standing here naked with these damn sheep. It was a good time. I was able to let off some steam and put all my emotions and all my excitement, all my intensity, and all like my hard work, that I've been giving for so long, was able to put all of that into that moment.
News is broken that Teyana Taylor has reportedly confirmed a new relationship with Kanye West. But this is not your typical celebrity romance wrapped in filtered photos and carefully staged paparazzi shots. This is the story of a woman who endured collapse, divorce, and relentless public judgment without ever breaking down for the cameras. Now she is stepping into a chapter the world was not prepared to witness and perhaps was never meant to witness at all. For years, fans believed they understood her. They followed the love story, the marriage, the public appearances, the curated smiles. When her marriage to Iman Shumpert ended, the internet reacted as if it were a collective heartbreak. What people saw were red carpets, affectionate interviews, and polished family moments. What they did not see were the fractures behind the scenes, the quiet disappointments, the private exhaustion that never made it to a headline. Divorce is painful in private. It is something entirely different when millions of strangers dissect it in real time. Yet even as speculation swirled, Teyana maintained composure. There were no explosive interviews, no public accusations, no emotional breakdowns designed for sympathy, just a dignified stillness that made observers uncomfortable. In a culture where vulnerability is often monetized, her restraint felt almost radical. Then came what many described as a softer chapter. Her rumored connection with Aaron Pierre. Red carpet glances, subtle appearances. The quiet suggestion of healing. The internet exhaled. Maybe she's moving forward, people whispered. Maybe she's found peace. For a moment, the narrative shifted from tragedy to hope, and then just as quickly that chapter closed. No public explanation, no dramatic fallout. Just silence. Silence in celebrity culture is rarely accepted. It makes audiences uneasy. It denies them closure. It denies them content. The absence of spectacle becomes its own spectacle. And that is exactly what happened. The internet searched for clues, magnified reflections in sunglasses, analyzed private jet manifests, and speculated about timelines. Yet Teyana remained composed, offering nothing more than presence and poise. Now enters Kanye West, a name that alone can ignite global discourse. His presence shifts any narrative into a different orbit. His influence, controversies, and cultural footprint ensure that any rumored relationship becomes more than romance. It becomes a headline-generating phenomenon. But what makes this moment different is not simply who he is. It is how she has responded. She has not responded at all. There were no confirmation photos, no joint interviews, no coordinated public debut. Instead, there was a single sentiment attributed to her: protecting her peace. That phrase, simple yet deliberate, reverberated louder than any official announcement could have. It suggested boundaries. It suggested growth. It suggested control. Comment sections transformed into investigative forums. Critics accused her of chasing status. Others claimed opportunism. Some reframed her past relationships as strategic stepping stones. The empathy she once received for surviving heartbreak was replaced by suspicion. It was as if surviving with grace had suddenly become evidence of calculation. But what unsettles people most is not the rumor of romance. It is her composure. In a digital ecosystem that thrives on emotional transparency, tears are currency. Anger fuels engagement, public meltdowns trend. Yet Teyana has refused to perform any of it. No defensive posts. No cryptic retaliation. No late-night live-stream clarifications. Only calm. That calm reads differently depending on who is watching. To supporters, it is strength. To critics, it is secrecy. To those who profit from chaos, it is disruption, because silence dismantles narratives. For years, audiences have grown accustomed to immediate access. Social media has blurred the line between celebrity and spectator. People feel entitled to explanations, to confessions, to behind-the-scenes revelations. When those expectations are denied, frustration grows. Silence becomes misinterpreted as guilt or manipulation, but silence can also be sovereignty.Teyana single quotes S refusal to narrate every emotional shift represents a boundary rarely respected in public life. She has survived heartbreak under scrutiny. She has endured public dissection of her marriage, her motherhood, her career decisions, and her personal evolution. Yet she has consistently resisted the temptation to turn pain into performance. The rumored association with Kanye adds complexity. He is not merely a musician. He is a cultural lightning rod. Proximity to him invites amplified attention. Every whisper carries weight. Every rumor feels consequential. And still, she remains composed. Imagine the pressure of existing under that microscope. Every photograph scrutinized. Every outfit decoded. Every absence interpreted. In such an environment, composure is not passive, it is strategic. It is protective. Critics argue that secrecy invites speculation. Supporters argue that privacy is a right. The tension between those perspectives exposes a deeper issue: society's appetite for access. The world often claims to want authenticity, but what it truly craves is exposure. Teyana is not offering exposure. Her silence has become louder than commentary. It forces observers to confront their own assumptions. Why does her calm provoke suspicion? Why does her boundary feel like defiance? Why does a woman choosing privacy unsettle a culture accustomed to consumption? The truth may be simpler than the theories. She has grown. Growth often looks like quiet detachment from noise. It looks like refusing to correct every rumor. It looks like declining to justify choices to strangers. This is not necessarily a fairy tale romance. It may not even be a romance at all. It may simply be two public figures navigating private realities under extraordinary scrutiny. But the broader lesson transcends relationship status. Teyana Taylor is modeling a different kind of resilience. Resilience does not always shout. Sometimes it withdraws. Sometimes it declines to engage. Sometimes it protects peace over public validation. That choice, especially for women in the spotlight, is often misunderstood. Consider how often female celebrities are expected to narrate their suffering, to provide closure, to confess vulnerability. When they do not, they are labeled cold, calculating, or detached. Yet male counterparts are frequently afforded silence without suspicion. The disparity is telling. In refusing to perform emotional transparency, Teyana challenges an unspoken contract between celebrity and consumer. She rejects the notion that her pain or her joy belongs to the public. That rejection is interpreted as audacity. And perhaps it is. Audacity to prioritize peace over perception. Audacity to decline interviews. Audacity to let speculation exhaust itself. Meanwhile, the digital machine continues spinning. Podcasts dedicate episodes to analyzing body language and old clips. Influencers recycle timelines. Anonymous sources fuel narratives. But without confirmation, these theories collapse under their own weight. Control in this context is not dominance over others. It is mastery over self. Disclosure. There is tragedy woven into this saga, not necessarily in romance, but in expectation. The tragedy is that survival is rarely enough. She survived divorce. She survived heartbreak. She survived public judgment. Yet survival alone does not grant immunity from scrutiny. Instead, it invites further interrogation. Still, she does not flinch. That steadiness reveals something powerful about emotional evolution. True healing does not always announce itself. It does not require applause. It often unfolds quietly, away from comment sections and trending hashtags. The world may never receive a detailed explanation. There may be no exclusive interview clarifying timelines or intentions. And perhaps that is the point. Some stories are not communal property. As weeks pass and speculation ebbs and flows, one reality remains constant. Teyana Taylor is no longer reacting to narratives. She's outgrowing them. Whether this rumored relationship with Kanye West endures or dissolves is almost secondary. The defining feature of this chapter is her composure. The internet demanded emotion. She offered restraint. The audience demanded access. She offered boundaries. The culture demanded spectacle. She offered silence. In doing so, she shifted the power dynamic. This is not gossip dressed as empowerment. It is an illustration of how privacy can function as protection. In an era where oversharing is incentivized, choosing opacity becomes revolutionary. Perhaps the most unsettling truth for observers is that they may never fully understand what is happening behind the scenes. No curated narrative, no orchestrated redemption arc. Just a woman living her life without performing it. That refusal disrupts expectation. Ultimately, this chapter is less about Kanye West and more about Teyana Taylor's evolution. It is about a public figure who has endured heartbreak without weaponizing it, who has faced judgment without collapsing under it, and who now navigates speculation without surrendering to it. It is about resilience under observation. The world is watching, yes. It is whispering, theorizing, predicting fallout. But observation does not equal ownership. Curiosity does not equal entitlement. Teyana Taylor has drawn a line quietly, firmly, unmistakably, and perhaps that is the most powerful statement of all.